dream is to work at Hampshire, so I'm living it, and I think, yeah, I'm very proud of that.
So TC, if you could give me your full name and your job title and where we are today.
I'm Tom Cowley, I'm Deputy Head Groundsperson at Utility Bowl, and we are currently sat on our net area with our second team against Cardiff Uni in the background.
How did it all start?
I've been down at Hampshire, this is my 8th season now, so it's gone really quickly as well, but before that I started probably as a teenager. I used to go up and help in the evenings at South Wilts, where I used to play my cricket with my dad and John Williams, working on the ground. And everything sort of snowballed from there, really. The ground started to get better and better, and they needed someone there in the week. So I started cutting out fields and doing the surrounding areas, then onto the pitches, and then it took on the job there.
Do things change a lot? Is it the same, or just talk us through that slightly?
So standard day, summertime, we'll sort of be in around 7 or 8 o'clock, and we'll work till 4 o'clock if there's no cricket on. With cricket on, it's a little bit different, and hours change around that. But normally, like a nice dry day like this today, we're getting plenty.
It is nice.
It's a very good day, so it helps us massively. So a day like today, we've got a hell of a lot of work done this morning, which is nice, because you always know that there's a bit of weather around the corner which will pin you back.
Let's talk about the weather. So how much of a pain is it? And also, how much of a godsend is it at the same time? It's quite a big factor in your work, isn't it not?
It's a huge factor. It changes so much. You can have a really good first week of prep, weather's like this, how it is today, and then the lead up to the game day, it could rain for 4 or 5 days and you can't get on it, and there's nothing you can do. We're at the hands of the weather all of the time, really. Whilst everyone goes, oh, it's lovely being out in the sun, it's fantastic, but now we're probably crying out for a little bit of rain as well, so we're never fully happy, but I think I definitely take days like today.
Ground staff or grounds people are never ever happy, they're never content, but what to you is like a good job? How do you see your pitches play, and sort of what is a good day's work?
But for my pitches, I like to have, especially for 4-day cricket, a little bit for everyone. I like to see the bowlers be able to get the ball through and carry, and like if they nick it, I like it to carry to the slips. And at the same time, I like to see batters be able to hit the ball on the top of the bounce, back foot, front foot, be able to like punch the ball. I think that's signs of a good pitch. And
getting a little bit technical, how does that sort of relate to the actual pitch? You know, in terms of grass length or how much you roll it to make your ideal sort of pitch?
We'll probably start our pitch prep probably 12 to 14 days out, a little bit earlier at the start of the season, because we're trying to get pitches ready in March, which is very difficult. But pitch prep we'll start around 12 mil to cut the pitch at that, and then we can rake the grass, brush the grass, just to thin it out to how we want, and then we'll slowly work the height down to match height, which can be anywhere between 8 mil and 5 millimetres, and we normally get a half-hour roll in every day, weather permitting, and then slowly over the course of those prep days it all comes together.
Leading up to a big game, we've got a couple internationals here, do we not, this season? Yeah. So is there any sort of different preparation that goes into those sort of games, or is it the same throughout, whether it's an academy game or a women's game or you know, an international game? I think to get our best pitches, we tend to stick to the same formula that works for here. It's different obviously all around the country and different grounds, but we've found out what works well here, and we stick to that, and you can just tinker that along the way. So white ball, they tend to be as flat as they can be. So if we take more grass out and stuff like that to how the boys want it. And do Hampshire, the coaches or the players, do they ever have a say in how you should prepare a pitch, or do they ask for any specific things like that, or is it just let you get on with it sort of thing?
They will come up and say with certain teams where they're weaker in this department, so we want to try and have it a little bit more this way, but they will come to us and sort of say what they would like, and then we try to go out there and do that. What do Hampshire normally like? I think they like to go with good pitches. I think they're a well-balanced all-round team, so they can sort of mix it on all fronts, really. And looking ahead to the future, the Women's World Cup has just been announced that there's going to be some games here, and then obviously the following summer there's going to be the Men's Ashes. First of all, how exciting is that? And two, you know, are you looking forward to it? And is there going to be any bigger preparation for that? I can't wait. It's great. It's such a huge venue with a lot of potential. So to have the big games and tournaments here is going to be brilliant. A lot of prep will go into it. We're starting now our plans for outfield maintenance, square maintenance, like how can we improve what we've got even more. So it's really exciting.
And you talk about sort of a lot of preparation. What do people not see? The average fan that comes to the game every week or every couple of weeks, what do they not see that goes on behind doors, which takes a lot of time and a lot of effort?
I think it's all the repair work. For example, behind us, we've been on this net block for a month. This is the first sort of real day we've been able to get down here and work on it. So we've basically cleaned all the square up, removed any sort of dead grass in the square, hoovered it up with the rotaries to really give it a clean up, and then we'll water this afternoon and hopefully start to repair and put fresh grass seed in tomorrow morning.
Seems like quite a sort of, I wouldn't say unsociable, but not in a bad way, but there's, it's long hours, early starts, late nights. When do you normally get up in the day, in the morning, and sort of when do you normally get home?
Normally, I'll probably be up here around 6:30, half 6, especially with it being light outside now as well. I just wake up.
Just crack on.
Don't need an alarm anymore. And sort of getting home, probably with a game on tonight, we'll probably get home around 7ish, and then turn around back in for 7 tomorrow morning. T20s and 100 games and ODIs are a little bit different. You get back a lot later because they start a bit later. So yeah, socially you do struggle at times, you do miss out on certain things, but then I don't mind it too much. I know I'm working in a professional environment and it's something I want to do.
How does that sort of impact you when, away from work and away from cricket as a game? I know you play cricket yourself, but do you do any other things outside of the sport? And when you do have your time off, what do you normally get up to?
Well, just trying to keep myself busy. I play a lot of golf, play a bit of football.
There's a nice golf course over there.
Really good golf course. Yeah, the boys do an amazing job out there. But yeah, it's just trying to get away and switching off really, because it's so full on. You're always constantly thinking, what am I doing next? Like your game match or your match pitch is in play, and then you think, okay, I've got to think about the next one. So when you do get a day off, it's nice just to leave a list for everyone and just get home and chill.
Let's talk about a few of the machines. Obviously, the two big ones, I'm assuming, are the roller and the mower, because if not, you can't really get a pitch.
Exactly that.
First of all, how important are they, and how much time do you spend on them?
Rollers are highly important to us. We probably spend a hell of a lot of time each week on them throughout the course of the season. And mowers as well. That the technology in the mowers is advancing so quickly. Definitely keeps me on my toes, definitely with what's out there at the minute. But it's great, like it's perfect for us. Like mowers are highly important. We've got plenty of different mowers to cut squares, cut pictures out with. So yeah, we're very lucky.
Good. And speaking of keeping you on your toes, the shoes you've got on, talk me through them. They're pretty bright and there's loads of colours in them. Any reason why?
I always like to have like a bright pair of shoes and sort of sunglasses as well. I always sort of like to stand out a little bit. And then one day, my nan was watching the telly, I think it must have been the England game, and I walked across and she goes, "Oh, that's definitely Tom." I can tell by his shoes. So then it's just a sort of stuck really.
Yeah.
And the guys in the tea room, when I bring a new box of shoes in, they're like, "Oh, what outrageous colour is this?" And no one ever likes them. I think that's even more reason to keep buying them.
You got to stand out, that's for sure. For any young sort of grounds people that want to get started or have just started out, what sort of encouragement do you have for them to either get started or to carry on in those harder, wet, cold days?
I would say it's such a great industry to be a part of, whether you're in cricket or any other grounds sector. It's brilliant. I think it gives you a real sense of achievement when your pitches are being played and you see what's going on. And for people to get involved, to go down to your local clubs, go and speak to people if you can help out. If you're around the first class game, go and chat to the ground staff. Everyone I've spoke to is always really welcoming, and we'll try and encourage you as much as possible and point you in a direction that should help.
What's your future aspirations?
Future for me, I always sort of say to myself, nothing's impossible. So I always want to push myself, learning each day, and hopefully give myself every bit I need to be a head groundsman. So that really excites me. That the next step for me is going to be quite an exciting one.
Do you feel like you just need to keep working here, more years here, or is there any qualifications you need to do, or just you got to feel like it's going to be the right time in the right place? Yeah,
I'd like to mix. I've just finished my level 4, which I passed a few weeks ago. I like to mix sort of with qualifications, sort of work, office-based work, and getting out on the ground and doing that. So sort of a nice balance of each. And yeah, just waiting for that opportunity, and hopefully I can take it.
Brilliant. I think we're pretty much sorted, mate.
Awesome,
Thank you.
Cheers, lad.
That was wonderful.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one.